Is this a cost-cutting measure that's sort of masquerading as an HR issue, or are they really trying to make life better for employees?
You know, they really are trying to be responsive to employees. It's actually part of a broader cultural shift that they've been undertaking for several years now. They want to become both more responsive to their employees, but also a little more nimble, a little less bureaucratic, and a little more like a startup, actually, as funny as that might sound.
So if they don't give them a raise, these employees, what do they give them instead of a raise?
Well, you know, they haven't said exactly what it would look like, but you know, you can imagine that you know, maybe it's a little more flexibility in terms of what time of year the raise might come, or maybe it's more flex time that you want instead of you know, an actual monetary raise.
You know, Rick, one of the advantages of giving increases in money rather than other things is it's equal, basically across all employees. How do you equalize if one person wants more time off or wants more flexibility to work from home and another wants something else? How do you make sure you're treating people fairly?
You know, I couldn't tell you, but you know, GE's actually they're reviewing this right now to see if this would work, and then theoretically it would be rolled out across their you know, professional employees, which they have about 185,000 of their over 300,000 global employees. So so you know, it's something that they really need to take a close look at, and I think that's what they're doing right now.
This isn't being put to a vote by any chance, right? I mean, it's not like they're asking any of these 330,000 employees, would you like us to change the way we compensate you, right?
I don't believe that's how it's working.
Yeah.
They've actually taken several steps already. They're in the process of changing how they do performance reviews, and that's something where they had a pilot group that they tested that with, and for the last year or so they've been rolling that out to more and more employees. So it's something that you know, they're really kind of just trying things and seeing what works.
So under Jack Welch, there was a notorious approach that you segmented your workforce, and the bottom 20% you essentially tried to work out of the company. I think it was 20%. Is that still the case, or is that being changed?
No, they don't do that anymore. But you know, that's a really good example of how GE is, in a lot of ways, a trendsetter for corporate America. I mean, that was something the somewhat infamous rank and yank program was actually copied by a lot of other companies, and you know, you can look to other examples like Six Sigma, which is, you know, something they were a real pioneer in, and so, you know, something that GE does, a lot of other companies then will copy.
Rick, finally, do you have a sense of the timetable? If they make these changes, when would they occur?
Yeah, they've said that they're going to make a decision on whether to scrap annual raises probably in the next couple of months, and so then it would be rolled out after that.
As they move their headquarters to Boston.
Yes.
Exactly.